Yes. Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome to what? Oh, that's right. Welcome to the 3rd of January, the first time we are officially raising the tent in the year of 2026. Holy, what a clown car things have been so far. But we will get there. All right, does chat work? I see Rumble chat. Are we actually live? I'm guessing that because I'm still here and I pressed the go live button, I think I'm still an air breather. Yes, I forgot to change the title. All right, we've got some folks. I see chat. Now the question is, cool, and is my chat thingy majiggy working? I wish I could. I just feel done with that silly social stream ninja. I'm like, why? People use it. Not everybody is incompetent with it like I feel like I am. And I slowly but surely, like, gotten it in the right direction. We've done this, we've done that. Phoenix, who are you? Welcome to the circus. I am the proprietor, the host, the ringleader of this one ring little disaster that could the Phoenix Electric Circus. Yep, that's me. Welcome to my soul, my soul, my soul. Or at my soul, my soul, soul. Whatever I want, my soul. Welcome to the first horrible assault on your ear holes. Is it too early? Are we actually live? Are we shitting the bed somewhere and have I got the most awesome intro and you're all missing it? Pooped the tank. All right, brilliant. In my chat widget. Okay. Does it act? Rumble, are you there, YouTube? Are you there, Rumble? Is it just me? Is it me? The circus you're looking for. Is it me? Oh, wow. Slow down with the ear hole assaults, Phoenix. Slow down. Okay. Mm. Anybody else just getting this green swirly of swirlies, or is that just me? All right, let's check it out over here. Because I will so, but I want to know things are working. How did it show up in triplicate? That's funny. Down? No, I don't. Are you? We're live. All right, my lighting is super shitty. Are all my OBS froze? Where are we? Minimize you. Come back over here. Show myself. Refresh. Press play. I see shadows. I see walking, but why are my cameras not playing? Okay, there we go. There's a now we're caught up. Okay. All right, that's working. Get back over here. All right. Wow, I feel like a disaster and everybody's piling on it. Wow, this light. Yeah, whatever. Welcome. Welcome. All these cameras are running under the same lights, but they respond so differently to my amazing talents. Welcome. Welcome. Wow, 2026. You are a banger. I would like, as I start stitching, I saw that one of the great modern Irish strongmen, Paul O'Dwyer, passed away this year, which hasn't been that long. So recently. So that's kind of shitty. Is it too early? Am I just gonna kneel in? And I would also like to be the first circus to welcome my Venezuelan cousins, Marcos and his family, to the circus. Welcome, Marcos. And you think I'm joking, but actually, you know who does have Venezuelan cousins? Yeah, this chick. Only funny because it's true. I have here that I'm finishing stitching because I would like to apologize. I must have misspoke when I was closing out the show on Wednesday that I meant to say there was going to be a greater than 51% chance that I stitched on New Year's Day, not that I was going to stream on New Year's Day, because one of them happened and the other one didn't. But it's okay if I spend a little time just sewing quietly by myself. I don't need to be obligated to just do it for you all. I can do it just for me. All right, can I be vain and do this? This lighting looking so shitty really is gonna... Just need to move that light so it's lined up with the camera better. Where's my fancy film lighting people? And you know what I also need somebody to do sometimes? A focus puller. Yeah, old-fashioned jobs. I would rather a focus puller than a camera that makes me sick and tries to think it knows where I want it to be. I put you on a tripod and set you still for a reason. None of these fancy cameras. All right. Oh, camera, you're not even showing what we're sewing. How about that angle for you all? Because I'm not caffeinated enough. I woke up this morning at 6 and listened to the priority report from the priority, yes, the priority wire from the S2 Underground. Wowie, wowie, what a day to start. What a way to start Saturday. But, and is tomorrow like the 4th year that this channel has been live streaming, I think? I've been live streaming before I knew how to, or that it was easily accessible on Rumble, so there is content that for some reason I just can't migrate over. It doesn't matter. It's old and we were differently refined and sophisticated back then. Here we are. Actually, I think we were still using the same microphone because she works. Did I say what I'm doing? I'm sewing the ruffle sort of extra length layer to the box pleated gold and purple with this lovely silver and purple and yellow and lace trim. It wasn't quite long enough, so if I'd known I was doing this, this is not the order I would have finish this up. But regardless, 6-inch strips of the poly taffeta. It sounds so nice, and a room hears you before you enter when you're wearing this fabric. So not for covert ops unless you need to sound like rustling tree leaves. In which case, this might be the perfect choice, but I know nothing about such things, and oh, the thoughts that have been rolling around in my silly little noggin. My mental machinations have been more magnificent and magnanimous than I can't think of another great M word to continue that alliteration. Where was I? Wow, I've been having deep thoughts with Phoenix. Reflections. Where we've come, where I've been, and what is yet to come. What are you doing, creepy goobies? I think first we might be... Okay, we're still working. I'm just gonna get up and move this light for a second real fast. Or maybe I also need to change the... Don't knock the cameras around. You are... amazing little disaster that you always are, so don't apologize for being the amazing you. Where's my clicker? Okay, but I still need your clicky to change that other thing. Alright, well, it'll show up after I have been here for like an hour, complained, and then the light will change and I'll be marginally less grumpy about these choices. How different are we than any other day? Not at all. But welcome to the most amazing workers and lurkers where the circus. I appreciate it deeply that we can be the show, the experience that you just put on in the background to do other things. I can offer value without needing to rely on chat, though when chat chats, I'm just tickled pink. We have some of the best joke writers, the best copywriters. Any channel. What are we even sewing? No, when's the last time we actually... Let me just fix this. So I used the ruching foot, tried to gather it because I was... Nope, there's my hand. I didn't even do my hands for today or my nails. We're still like bleeding Smurf blood from whenever we handled Smurf blood. We haven't handled Smurf blood since last year, and we are still suffering the consequences. Those choices. Oh yes, because we've been working on this. I just want it to be done. I've got found buttons. I'm going to need to figure out, because we can sew closed a portion of the bottom, because the buttons on the lower lengths of this garment are for the purposes of decoration only and will not be needed to get in and out of this piece. It's the upper ones that only need to be functional. Are you Rupert? What are you doing on the freaking... You're not the cat who jumps on the counter. Freya Frufers. I'm looking at you. Get your paws off of there. What? Stop looking at me like that. I am very carefully trying to attach this right at the rolled hem and a little past where my stitching line from some places where the ruching foot did. Can we see what's going on? Maybe I'll just try to have the fabric all on the way. What is it? Thank you, Freya Frufers. All right, let me get tucked in. Just make sure we're not gonna like roll over the clicker, because you know who would probably do that. Because I know me, and yeah, so I'm taking the rolled hem from the main body of the skirt overlapping it. I don't know, however, at least the length of the rolled hem and then a little bit on top of the, just past the stitch line on the brown crunchy layer, and then stitching them together because I need them to be attached. We're trying very carefully to not catch the lace section. Some of that is made easier on how well my previous stitching line happened, but yeah, it's okay. And yeah, so we're gonna finish that, work on the art quilt stuff, show off. I've been starting to do some planning in my new stitching book. Thank you, mummers. And with the grids, I was like, oh, Phoenix, you could draw tiny little scaled down drawings because you've got the grids, and maybe do one square is, wow, welcome to, you see Phoenix's hand and a bunch of fabric on the fancy camera and the face camera to my cake, even though we're in the same room. But there's that. I did do tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. No, yesterday was Friday. Wow. These holiday weeks at the end of the year where time is just different. There was some days where I did some worky things. Are the first show of 2026. Got so much planned. We've got all these trims, and I've been spinning. I'm gonna have to redo maybe an hour of the show, work on some crocheted trims. I need to block, if I've got this plan, I need to figure out when I'm going to work on it. I'll do it during the show sometimes. So we'll see. It's my sew. I'll figure it out. And you'll either stop by or not, and that's cool. Oh, I shouldn't overplay it yet. We're at the welcome to the 25th, no, the 21st state. Holy cheapers creepers, yes. Phoenix Land, Venezuela. And the early, how dare you interfere with our money pools, because if we leave the cartel leader of the narco state in place, then we don't have a reason to have our drug treatment facilities and all these things. Our adaptive supportive housing, whatever's. How dare you? How dare you? Ooh, I did just Phoenix. We are coming in hot in 2026 because I have no fluffs left to give. I haven't for a while, and it's my sew. And when I put together the thumbnail yesterday, I didn't foretell the future. As I was going to bed, I was like, something's going on, and it wasn't until I mentioned early, listened to the Wire report, and then watched Council for Future Conflicts this morning instead of having coffee and story time. It was, oh, the council's been on for an hour. Let's head on over. And one of the funniest moments was when Mexican Iron Man said that he's opening up a facility for all of the for big booty Latinas of a certain age. So they might need to make sure that they pass some, are able to squat at least 500 tacos and pass some other metrics. Yeah. No. Phoenix, you are really vain and you have amazing workers and lurkers. I'm okay. Question to self. As lame as this is gonna be to me, brain in both directions. Hello, trouble. I don't. You. Okay. Just. Did I? Oh no, I said that and then I paused because I got distracted. Because of Katniss. Oh, that's right. I was before I was so rudely interrupted. I was saying it annoys me that I have 5 inches left on the skirt between full panel sections of the brown, but I am just going to carry through. And what? Hey, you can't. That's not a toy. That's mine. Oh, had a joke and lost a joke. All right, let's get this finished. Yeah, now this skirt will land more just above the ankle rather than that weird, not knee length, but not calf T length, and that just unflattering leg location. So now it's a little bit longer. Oh, because oh, okay, there we go. It's fine, Phoenix. Do this all in one fell swoop. So I'm going to realize, no, I need this to go down. Okay, Phoenix, one thing, then another. You'll switch it, and it's gonna get done. So one stitch, then another. You can't rush it when there's a way the pieces fold down. All right. You're welcome. Where's my other scissors? We're gonna need to. Oh. Alright, so now I'm gonna gently move up this whole beautiful skirt. So what actually? Let me find the waistband. There's the bottom. Hey, is that bird? Who's flying into my window like that? Do 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 do. And up do 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 do. So I made it just a little bit longer. All right, Phoenix, where did you put waistband and this part down? Oh, because then I'm going to just gently turn under, cut edge. There's the hem facing that I applied to this end. Just gonna. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm just flipping the hem facing over, giving it another finger press because we're not against pressing. We just don't iron as much as we should. Probably to our fault, but it happens. Alright, so I'm just gonna top stitch this end most close to the edge, and then I'm gonna do the other one. Alright, sure. Coffee time. We'll have some coffee right now, and then we'll be right back. Okay. Anybody make any resolutions? I made some plans, but not necessarily. I mostly just want to reinforce habits that I've already been cultivating and working on improving some other, building out some other skill sets. Welcome to Phoenix's beautiful pile of fabric. You should see my hallway. You're so gross. Where were we? Let's get a little bit more stitching done. Can't believe that cat scared me like that. He's apt to do that. Why? Yeah, sit up straight, because for some reason it feels like you're just getting bumped in the head with the needle bar. That's a weird angle. But I have picked... Oh, Phoenix, just get this part done, and then you can talk about the next part. Alright? Alright. What do you mean I can't start? Slow down. And I'm just going to stitch over the top, get to the other side, and then continue my top stitching. One of these brown panels is going to have boutons stitched onto it, and the other is some closures created by my practice attempts at using the bias binder attachment just for the purposes of sewing cords without having attached them to something, because when this technique works, why bother with all those silly cut and then turn and pull and fight when we're better. When we get better, we can have just these lengths of beautiful cordage to tie knots, to do frog closures, to apply as soutache. Look it up. It's soutache's ornament, or is the material used to make decorative trims, frequently in style reminiscent of military garb. Is that... I don't know if Alibaba's in the chat to correct me, or if anyone else knows, because chat's being the most amazing workers and lurkers today. Or is just chat just not working? Is chat... Should I check? Welcome. Welcome, world. Welcome to the dregs. Yes, auto suggestion. That was kind of funny, and I'm kind of here for it. All right, switch it on. Oh, that's good, because this is going to hold down this first box pleat so there's not extra like fabric flapping around in funny places, and at some point, like right here, into the extra away. So I just have that single layer and we're not stitching through all of the fabric from the box pleat because I still want that bottom to be all nice and squishy. Just needed to take it in at the top. Okay. My gosh, you know, the worst part about the pictures I've seen from Mom Donnie's swearing in is that I feel like that military vibe that his wife was wearing in her garb. But in classic fashion, I saw a report that said those boots that she was wearing were upward very close to $700. And I couldn't find a price tag for any of the garments that designer makes, but they are, what did I see? That company is owned or managed by LVMH. Do I need to say more than that? If you know, you know. If not, look up LVMH. Isn't that Louis Vuitton and then Hermes? I don't know what the M is. Whatever. All right. Where was I? I need to hand stitch buttons, apply button closures, and attach the waistband. Here's my waist. Not wasted. There it is. I see it. Over. I'll just set this beauty right here with the trim facing so that. No, we're so close. You'll appreciate none of my work. Oh, Phoenix, do you know how to use rolly chairs? Kind of, but sometimes I get. How many is it? Please tell me it's not just me who's accidentally dumped themselves over in a wheelie chair as an adult. It doesn't count if you were screwing around as a kid in school and dumped yourself off of a chair, but to have accidentally done it as an adult and were not, yeah. There's a right side and there's the wrong side. And I'm going to flip it. Going to, there's, ooh, that's kind of itchy on my neck. Phoenix, where's your side? So this is the right side. I'm going to make 2 loopies. Here's my fabric. Oh, fuck yes. Really would like to change this. Oh, welcome to my hand. I know, I lost the clicker, but hello, Grouchy. There you are. I put you someplace safe. Change this. Just a little. Can you come touch the fuckus button? Can you pull the fuckus for me? Thank you, dear. Once more. Once more. Okay, just don't touch it. Okay. She said. All right, where am I? I am going to in this loop, double check the size of my bouton because I'm gonna need it to. Am I in the frame? No. You are not good with this 2-camera setup yet of being fancy. Yep, back here. All right. What I'm trying to do is take a button and with the free end of our loop-de-loop stuff, going to make a loop. Oh, welcome to Phoenix's Hands, because we're so good at hosting. And I made a loop. And when I stitch over it with the other half of the fabric, it's going to cover those raw edges from the loop making process on the wrong side of the fabric. And I am going to actually put some pins in. Phoenix, where's your pin? Found some! Because you don't need to use pins, but if Phoenix... don't always use pins, but actually, usually I don't use pins. So if I feel like I need them to do a good job, and this is one of those times. The bouton. That's kind of big, so I don't need super ginormo loops. Kind of like holding and guessing. I'll probably put some, I'll probably do a belt hook and bar too, just for extra. Kind of think, oh, no, we're not setting in a zipper. We're trying this technique. And I'm just gonna leave a, well, first I'm gonna double check, and it looks like I can fit 2 buttons on the top of this waistband section. So instead of cutting it when I'm just making a much smaller little section, and I'm only gonna cut at the very end. This is gonna help to minimize the number of raw edges, and it also doesn't matter because the few that there are will be encapsulated on the wrong side. And I'm just kind of looking, and unfortunately this has got stripes, so who needs math when I can just count stripes? Oh, Phoenix, that is math. Yay! Alright, 2 pins. More than that. I'm gonna cut that one. And first I'm going to, from the right side, stitch these little loopies down after I tuck myself in again. Feel good about putting stuff where they're gonna be safe and then forgetting. Stuck it. Okay. With your pin container you just found. Just gonna carefully stitch over, and you're not gonna see this, so I'm just gonna take a very careful all the links until I get to the next loop. I don't need to backstitch, but these button hooks are gonna get some, hopefully they don't get too much stretch and pull, but just in case something happens. And about, now these are all attached. I'm gonna take one last back stitch, then fold over the fabric with the right sides facing. So then when I turn it out, you're just gonna see the cute little loops without any of the monkey attachment sections. It's going to be nicely finished on the inside. Just what we're going for. Why not work on trims details and the finer finishes? Anybody can sew crappy, but let's actually practice trying to sew good well. And I'm gonna need oh, sew is nice. Oh, I almost sewed over my finger. You probably didn't realize that, but that felt a little close for comfort. Did we sew any stitches? No. Okay. I think we need to consult under the hood here. Hello, Bullet Bobbin. What tales do you have to tell me? Ooh, it's kind of windy. If something happens, my power went out. That's not that. Alright. Reuben stitchiated. No. Just massaging where the thread is because I can see that it is not correct path. There we go. Hey, how did you just vomit off like that, Presser Foot? Do you need to just be scooped in again? Let me untaut and readjust and get y'all reattached there. Let's try that again. Where? Yes, because I am going to sew both ends. Yeah. Just reviewing my order of operations to myself because one of the things, well, one of the things I'm going to try to do better in 2026 for you all, but didn't do for right now, is use my little sketchbook so I can write out the steps and have more little sketches so that I can have a visual representation of what my mind is making while we're in the making process, and I have some idea of what's going on, but it's all mystery to y'all out there, so I thought maybe it would be fun if I tried to do, just thought about that a little bit. All right, look at this magic. Look at those beautiful, oh, belt loops, button loops. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind like just dropping a ooh or an ah down there for me, just to let me know that you workers and lurkers are still awake, or did we lull you to sleep? Okay, so the other side is not going to have loops. I'm just going to stitch it closed. On this side, there's going to be a long overlap, so like just in case if something happens. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I'm sewing the correct side of the fabric because there was a possibility I would have needed to see visit with this year's first visit with the Stitch Ripper, but not yet. Not yet, Jack. Jess, I'm sorry I stole that. I'm sure somebody else has called their Stitch Ripper Jack the Ripper, but too good. All right. Turned out. Next, you're going to take skirt, lay down. I think this is another place where pins are not the worst idea. So this is a little bit of funny business, but we're big kids, we can handle this. I'm taking the open half of our waistband, and I am going to put some pins in to just hold it in place. There's just a lot of fabric, and you can fabric wrestle, but sometimes it's better to know when not to fabric wrestle and just to take advantage of these extra fingers called pins. I'm super excited. And then there's still stitching the other loops. I think I'm gonna do figure eights for the more decorative bouton closures down skirt. Ouch. What are you doing, Troubles? We will get back to the mummer's necklace. We can't leave that hanging. Plus, you know, I haven't done the hand sewing for the second and final Sedona art quilt. So maybe today or tomorrow I will just chit chat and get that hand sewing done because it needs to get in the mail. I haven't done it, so maybe we'll do it here. Now, is anybody any big plans, projects, goals? We've got the 2026 trim collection. I've got some sketches and some things, but first things first, let's make some more progress on this project, and then we'll look at what the future might hold. Oh. Okay. Whatever. My brain got lost I got lost in the sneezes, forgot where I was, and then came back to deciding it doesn't really matter, just it's not that big of a deal. Here we are. It's cool. Might trim this down and make it a little bit shorter. I want a little overlap in the waistband, but I don't think we need inches worth, but we'll sort that out momentarily. Lay this back out at the beginning. Here for stitching. Sip of coffee. Wow, we're gonna have a headache, but I needed extra coffee today. What are you doing, Trouble? Coffee on my lips. I don't like that feeling. You know, I don't know if it's a tool or whether people are just careful that they're sewing buttons on with their machine. I've never done that or tried that. I'm terrified, but I'll get them sewed on. It's been a while since we had the mending class where we applied buttons, so we can have a refresher for all you, or for those who one of your goals, maybe you're having a low Nova year and your practice is, can I fix do I love my clothes enough to mend them rather than trash them? Or, or maybe you're saving up for the fancy, well-made garments. And you're like, in the meantime, I have to patch up these shitty ones. That's what I got. It can only be pantsless on Fridays, and sometimes you gotta be out in public. Regardless, I will poke myself with pins, try not to scream into the microphone like a sissy, and sew something spectacular. I think I don't know what I think. I think making stuff is important, and that we can't forget, because kind of being set up, it feels like, so that people who don't have a desire to remember are willfully being lured into forgetfulness. And my very muddy crystal ball sees a possibility of needing to remember some things. How in the before times. Just checking the bottom just to make sure everything's attached. Don't really want to, well, I want this well-made Phoenix. Well-made, which means pouring good seams. I really kind of looking forward to seeing how this is going to swirl in world, because I am typically not a knife pleat skirt kind of person. I'm so vain that I don't care for oodles of extra bulk right at my waistline, so we're trying to put the pleats down a little bit closer to the hips, so that's where we get the flare. Because I like that natural shape, especially at this where we're at. So I was refracting on the makes I made last year, and things I had on my make 25 list, that we didn't make all the 25 things on the list, but we made more than 25 things. So I'm gonna call that a win. Oh, I do have my make 9, which was mostly leatherwork projects that I didn't do. And in retrospect, I'm kind of glad I waited on them, because depending on the path chosen with leatherwork, it's either constructed and designed with the intention of having the ability for flexi fitting, or it's the size it is. Yep, it's the size it is. You just need to know that. And some of it was, well, all right. Top of waistband stitch. So now I'm going to flip it to the opposite side, and from the wrong side. Actually, this would be another place where fine finishing would say I should fold it over and by hand do some whip stitching, because then everything will be nice and smooth and you're not going to see that line of stitching, or there's that very careful like stitching in the ditch. Tucking it over and stitching just on the seam, the stitch line, so that, oh, you know what? We're just gonna screw fine finishing. We are gonna finally finish this because I'm going to tuck it under, and then we have another excuse to add one more strip of ribbon because if the aliens from Three Eye Atlas can't find us from our glitz, glamour, and rhinestones, we did not add enough decorations. Plus, for us mere mortals here on Earth, I want to make sure that everything I make looks good up close and from the nosebleed section of the theater. I'm thinking about you too, boys and girls. Oops. This stitched. Alright, so almost in the home stretchies. John. Oh, from the button store. Who stole the button from the button? Hi, my name is Joe, and I work at the button factory. I got a house, a kid, a lawn. Oh, what is the rest? Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in the button factory. Oh my god, I haven't. Got a house, wife, dog. My name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. Yep. Well, you're welcome. You are welcome for getting that classic treasure now stuck in your head hole for the rest of the day. And I'm being careful on this section just to not to fluff. I don't want to stitch anything I'm not supposed to. Really making sure I know where the bulk of the skirt fabric is. It be bulky. Hey, Trouble! Yeah? Are you gonna come try to scare me again? But I saw you, so you can't scare me because I scared you already. Ha! Probably not try to scare myself by sewing through my finger live on air again. And I say, I think we made it all 2025 without some stitching bloodshed, but I think I did, and I just didn't make a big deal about it. I tried to suppress the inner screams of the needles going through my fingernails. Trying to protect your ear. Alright, let's get this waistband stitched. If anything, I don't necessarily really need to trim the waistband. I could just fold it over and resize the waist by moving the placement of those top two boutons. don't do. Sorry, stuff was touching me where I don't like it to touch me. What's next after we sew this waistband? Because did I grab button thread and sort out these closures quite yet? I guess I could sew the bottom portion of the skirt closed though. Hey! Cat break! Alright, let me take my feet off the treadle. Hello? Meow, meow. Is it treats I'm looking for? I say right meow, hungry. I say it. Super duper. This is just coffee. This is not snacks. You want snacks? Brooder. Hey. Alright, you just try to woo them. They don't want to see your butt. You're... They want to see... Okay, sing them a song. Meow is the time. Meow. What? Yeah. Yeah. I know, I forgot to make up the cat snack emote. I was kind of thinking of like laying out the cat snacks like a little rumble or a heart or something, but then I was also like, Phoenix, you lay cat snacks out on the table, the likelihood that cats are going to eat snacks while you try to make this emote is quite high. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna be successful. Also, maybe the trying is worth the failing. No. Yes, trying is worth the failing because you never failed, that means you never tried. Because I do know you can't win at everything all the time. So it's with Phoenix. Hello, hello, happy new year. Relax. How are you, good sir? I hope the new year's been treating you well so far. We've had trouble. But we're gonna at least be spectacular, look spectacular, and sew our way through regardless of what happens. I think one of the makes, we're gonna make dungarees, and I didn't make a new corset. We didn't successfully complete the corded stays pattern from last year, so I found a pattern that we're gonna do some higama-jigaming, and we're gonna do that. And it would also be funny if it had some fun features like clips, or how can we make corsets Molly compatible or take elements of that and turn it into corsetry and be differently aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, I got some sketching and some planning to do. So you could have like a radio clip and just all these tactical corsets. Plate carriers just aren't pretty. Not supposed to be, Phoenix. Only supposed to do their job very well. Don't a good tool. Alright, I am just full of blabbers. What's touching? There we go. I want tacos. You heard it here first, Phoenix. Yep, we're probably gonna have beef tacos for lunch later. All right, we are almost at the very end of the waistline for this skirt. Just carefully trying to make sure I was even with the folding over for the waistband, but nobody's gonna take a measuring tape and make sure it's like perfectly perfect. So whatever. Yeah, I mostly worked a little bit on this skirt on Thursday. I thought I was gonna stream Wednesday when we closed up the show, and I just wanted to be quiet by myself and just enjoy sewing just for me, and I get to do that. So I did. It was good. And while I'm here, I haven't fluffed it out fully, but I finished it. I'm just going to flip the last band. Phoenix, what are your words? I'm just folding over the raw edges and just sewing it closed a little bit. Or carefully. I didn't pre-plan this portion. Or I did, and this is what I thought about doing, and here we are. Hopefully there's more sun tomorrow. I will move the table around so I can move the camera around. We can try this Pico hem stitcher. I see you, Brunhild. You need some love and attention. You want to stitch some leather. I want to sew some leather. And it's time. Mama needs new slippers. Probably just stitch a little bit more. And we'll call it good. Then if I decide that it's too long, I haven't sewed all of it. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna backstitch there. Sure. If I need some more, if I get fat, then I'll fix it. Be sure I've got enough for right now, though. And now no skirt has a waistband. Look at those box pleats. What a nice, aesthetically pleasing way of taking a square of fabric and not cutting it, but adjusting the width. All right. Then I just need to sew the bottom of it to go together. Let's do that real fast. Actually, before we get there, let's rethread this sewing machine. I pulled out my thread. That's what I said. I pulled out the thread. In there and clean that fan. And it's a good thing I'm so awesome and never have to type questions because I gotta clean in the keyboard because there's something that's preventing me from stop. just happens because entropy rules the world. We are threaded yet again. There's Loki. Loki! Doing pooper duper. Okay, well, just you can be like that. No, oh, is it working? Okay, or is that just why can't I get Rumble Chat to okay, I will one of these days stop saying I'm gonna figure it out. I tried to figure it out last night and I obviously failed. I don't want to sew the side seam up. I haven't. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let's work on stuff that's probably not what we should be should be working on whatever we want. Oh, you want to call? Oh, hello, sweet mesmerer. Please, before I get started on the next, would you like to? Come on. Hey. This is not working. Hey, can I get some help over here? I could use some help. What do you say? This is. I try to be nice, and this is the things I get. Every time. Every time. Okay, let me get your. Ha ha! Chuck Chuck! Loki, go to your mark, Loki. Go to your mark. Loki. Come on, Loki. Come on, creature from the deep. Come on, Trouble. Loki. No, come here. Hit his head. You be nice. Okay, Loki, come here. Oh, you and your big maxi pads. So big, so maxi. Oh. Ow. Okay, one more. Okay, we're done. I got so much to stitch. So much. Your butt. Your butt do 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 do. Your butt do 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 do. Your butt. Oh, did I? Oh, no. It's just out of reach. But let me just go grab it. All right. So Jess fortunately was like, oh, this template thing is like a 30-degree thing. So I kind of took a tool and kind of was like, you know what, as long as it's consistent, it doesn't really matter. 4.5-inch acrylic block. I took some slender slices from Gorilla Tape. This happened to be Gorilla Tape. I, in my head, was originally thinking of the like 1/8 of an inch 3mm electrical tape that's already pre-cut and super tiny, but regardless. And I just found the center of the square and made 2 lines of tape so that we've got our new 90-degree angle to lay on the seams for the cutting to do the twisty part. So, problem sorted. I'm not buying a new tool or a project that I'm not sure I'll ever use again. Thank you, Jessica. Don't my coffee cup. And because I have so many projects, I feel like sewing straight lines instead. Let's get this quilt sorted. Look at, here's the strips that I've already stitched. Oh, where's my map? Oh no. Oh no. Here. Oh shit. Phoenix. There is another piece of this map. Oh. That's a sack of bitch dicks. Alright, they're 9-inch things. So if I look, I should be, oh, fluffer nutters. There's a, what I managed to misplace is the other pattern, the actual pattern piece that shows the map of how these fabrics are laid out, because I did make piles, but it's good to just consult the original destructions to make sure that they're in the right order. The only one I do know that I think I need to sew is another all 9 blue one, because I should. 2 bottommost ones. One with yellow. All blue one. Red. Eat the mic. Alright, let's do. One of these is all blue. 2, 4. That is you. So we'll start with this one, because this I know was on there. And if I kind of look, I can read. We can pretend to be able to read this pattern from the blocks, but okay. Stop worrying about. Don't sit on your foot. Get threaded. That's such a Phoenix thing to do. Like, oh, we're trying to be so organized for our projects in 2026. What's the first thing we do? Misplace a pattern piece. So on brand. Here comes. And I saw ever I do 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 do. Ah, yes, I did tease the one, the only, the tiny panda with that crocheted mushroom. So sometime when she has some time and wants to pop by the circus, she is more than welcome, and we will do disastrous crochet stream, because we haven't had guests in a really long time. But do some more of that in the future. I don't always need to be by myself. I am very glad with these little projects that from the kits from the mummers that somebody had pre-loved them and done the cutting of the pieces part because you know what I don't think I would have enjoyed doing? Yeah, doing all the cutting of the blocks. It was hard enough for, oh, I mean, it's true, yeah, whatever. Phoenix, you did cut a whole bunch of 4.5-inch blocks for that ridiculous skirt and blanket. True. And cut squares. Just don't make me cut all those funny half square triangle blah blah blahs. Can I get them pre-cut, please? From the pre-loved section. But tomorrow we should probably... I should spend some time doing all the cut work for Mom's necklace quietly by myself because that is stressful doing it live with you all. Oh, the light is good because that's the other thing for that project. This where we're set up in the studio right now, there's times where the light is way nicer to stitch with and other times where I feel like I'm sewing in a cave and not so easy to see. Phoenix, where did you put that piece? And before I'm sewing all of the strips together, I am going to also break out the iron later. We'll do a proper press. Hello, Allie! Welcome, welcome! Happy New Year's to you! No, I'm not in a cave. Oh, good. Thank you. No, that's true. I'm in the sewing dungeon, and that's fine. Oh, you have to admit being a part of a part Neanderthal. That might be nice. Seriously. Well, depending on where you were, being on a cave might have been the safer spot. Oh my god. Yes, I would like some nice fire. Fire in a fireplace. Oh my god, fires. The kids wow, I never thought that I would see the day when when humans were so skilled at separating themselves from real life and real danger by thinking a screen in between them or videoing something for social media when they were in imminent harm and risk. The utter lack of disregard for self-preservation and situational awareness at that bar fire is just mind-boggling. Oh my god. They were in a basement and there was firework. Oh my gosh. Come on, kids. Like, sometimes you just need to have the memories in your noggin and not be trying to post something for get footage. Not everything is content or should be content that way. Ay. Mind boggled. I can't believe but here we are because how many young adults died in that fire in the bar in Switzerland because they were not aware that literally the building was on fire. 2, 4, 6, 3 more makes 9. Perfect. Sparklers, but yes, not a good idea. Seriously. And they stopped and got that content. I know, it's all about the content, baby. Welcome to I Film My Own Demise because content of a fire in a building was more important than me being sure that I preserved the content that is me. 40 and wasn't there like 115 injured? It was absolutely ridiculous. It like and it any loss of I can't like admit that it's tragic, but that you were foolish and that it was some of it was kind of relatively preventable. Hello, Jess. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're here. Where did I throw it? Because I am me and Yes. I made a tool. Some here. Some here somewhere. I flipped overboard, but I took my 4.5 inch square and I made some new tape lines. So thank you for that idea. Are they exactly 30 degrees? I don't know. I taped some lines, made a new square angle, so we'll have the circus version of the the untwisted twister. Should we mix those untwisted twister quilts? Just one, just once. Ay ay ay. Because then that one, oh god, I can't believe those kind of dumb kids. It just mind-boggling. And has there been any more Phoenix, spit out your words. I also heard that on that same night in the Netherlands, there was a fire at a church. Was some that was Yes, I am getting twisted. Yes. I am really twisted. We're all the twisting because all the things, all the wares in my heads, everywheres. Yeah, I took it. I had it in my hand, and then I keep being chaos and lost, misplacing things. Story of my sewing. Then I finally refound where I can find a $4 replacement mechanism for my favorite pencil, for my favorite lead holder, because I didn't know when you move into the 2mm leads that they don't call them pencils. They just call you the apparatus your lead holder. And I thought they meant something different at first. And then I was like, oh, right. Someone came up with a new type of cognitive dissonance. I think they call it, what do they call it, Allie? Yeah, those kids were so desensitized to their surroundings and how they thought that did they think that they were in their video game and that the screen that having the screen in between them and the fire was gonna protect them somehow? Like I I'm so confused. Ellie, they look through the screen while they're taping and become non-reality, just like watching a movie, be it a moose or a bison in the wild or a fire going out of control. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they're not really there it's like a oh, yes, cognitive dissonance. There's oh, also it may be a type of dissociation as well, because they're not really fully in touch with reality. Yeah, seems the screen seems to have desensitized them 100%. They're not. Oh yeah, like, and that to a frightening degree. Where's the piece I see? Punch me! Punch me! There's all the pieces I want. Oh, there it is. Oh, so very awesome showing. I took some black tape and taped it onto my 4-inch square, kind of at the center-ish section, so that I can line up on my... I can make new 90 degrees. Be able to cut my own version of this little... The Phoenix Untwisted Twister quilt. Not buying that tool. Yeah, that's definitely a sign of an unhealthy dependence on devices and weird out of touch with reality. But then it also makes sense that they've got the folks who are making feel like they're making emotional attachments with their chatbots, and oh, that really itches my skin. Yeah, with the language learning models. I don't know if I can. Where's the other map for my new from Blamo? Yes. New from Blamo. Oh, let's see if we can see how this is. Look, don't lose the actual pieces. We'll just pretend that these are in the right spot and lined up. So then got 90 degree. Oh, I think we're gonna do it, boys and girls. Can I put the... I see where it's gonna line up and make a 90 degree with different ink. Oh, brilliant. Yes, new from Blamo. Don't bother buying a new tool. Just use your grid square and some electrical tape. We'll set for only $500 million. I will tell you in a video that you can watch as many times as you want to how to put on the tape. No shipping or handling, just the sweet sounds of the Phoenix for all of your I refuse to spend money on something. Oh my god, Gina, we've got raiders? What? Hello. Happy New Year. Welcome to the circus, the One Ring Disaster. Oh, Black Hearts from the Phoenix. Welcome, BMO. Welcome, Synthtrax. Convoluted Concepts. Welcome. Oh my god, we're being raided. I don't have a song because we're not a button pusher station. Watch now and save later. We will show you how to be amazing. We're sewing shit. We're getting raided. I am getting distracted and overwhelmed. Are you guys going to get me to ugly cry again? Hello, Trust Blue 345. You were sent here. Oh, we've got... Oh my god, we're being raided on the tubes and on the rumbles. What world do we live in? You guys, Dark Hearts from the Phoenix. That's me. I'm Phoenix. Thank you, BMO. Thank you, Jada. We're already amazing. We are already amazingkids.org. Absolutely. We are learning how to be ultra best at making fake products. We've got Blamo's ball sacks of destiny. We've got sewing. We've got all sorts of shit. Should we... Let's do it. I have been doing some sketching and planning, and I thought I've been having deep thoughts. This is an old Singer machine. This is a Singer 27. I think the date on here is 1890 something. Oh, Ellie, maybe a twisted world. After you showed that twisted ruler, exactly. We're preparing for polar shifts. We're preparing for polar planning because things might be out of control and crazy, but you know what you can control? What you put on, especially if you make it yourself. And did we do this yet? We've got a new mission statement for 2026 at the circus. Circus arts create amazement. Welcome to the Kaka movement. Yes, boys and girls, you are here. The circus makes you Kaka. It's true. I wrote it down. I'm not ultra best at my dual screen fancy format, but it's true. Yep, the circus. We're Kaka. And on that note, all right. But I have been having deep thoughts because it's 2026. It's 250 years. My family was immigrants, not migrants, and we believe in the American spirit. And where's our lines in the sand? And why are we putting up with this bullshit? Welcome to Hot Takes with Phoenix. Because well, you saw the name of the show. My thumbnail will be even better next week. Yeah, we're sewing subversive. I drew a needle. I made it like a patchwork quilt. Yeah. Yep. The time is now. The stitches are here. There's no fluffs left to give, and I'm sick of it. I forgot where I was going. I just needed to rant all that ramblings. I think I've got more. Oh yeah, more drawings, more sketchings. I lost my chat. Get back here. Oh, Ellie, you're Canadian and you have to put this off until spring when we thought. It's true. See, this is what the British thought when Washington was crossing the Delaware not once, not twice, but 3 times in the winter, that you might as well be so subversive because the spirit of America is we are warmly, passionately independent. We are not frigid and a communist collective. Mom Donnie's wife with those $700 boots. Yeah, those commies like to look spectacular. So you know what? Us fiercely independents, we want the uniform of freedom, of America. Holy shit. I should start sewing it. You guys are... I cannot believe it. Oh, software with our... Yes, welcome, Black Hearts. I am on fire with Phoenix. Oh, that's right. That's the other Phoenix. Oh, welcome, software. Oh, Allie, but I'm here for more BS from the Brain Fart Fact Book. Oh my god, yeah. So I've just been thinking about that rugged individualism and how we can just continue to make amazing things because fashion, what? Unfashionable? Who cares? I'm gonna make what I like and continue to like what I make. Are we gonna sew or am I just gonna pontificate because we live in a clown world. It's so backwards. And y'all, let me read the comments because I'm ultra good at reading. Convoluted concepts. America was founded on rebellion. It's our heritage. That's why we still drink coffee and serve tea cold. Yes, let me have a sip of this coffee. Oh, yeah, coffee. We're putting up with shit that there's groups who are like who are like, oh no, we're in Venezuela. Yeah. Oh god. So much. It's so funny. The money laundering. I started off the show with this nonsense of Yes, if we can't keep the cartel drug lords in power, then we have no reason to keep up with our homeless industrial drug profiting scheme craziness. It just, I'm gonna change the focus on the camera. Ah, software brain fart book sounds like my college degree. Yes. What are you doing, Pooper Duper? Do we need a pussy break? Yeah, come on. The newbies don't know what I'm talking about. I'm being literal. Usually, I'm being very, very literal. Are we a sewing show or are we a shit on your shit show? Yes, we shit on the shit show. Come on, dude. What are we sewing? Because we keep being everywhere and nowhere all at once. But our made up tool is going to work great. Oh, Syntrax, you dehydrate coffee and snort that shit. Don't they call that NoDoz? The poor suckers who think decaf is an acceptable beverage. They take that coffee, because please tell me I wasn't the only young foolish kid who crushed up NoDoz and might have administered them through a different route than was originally intended. I can't have been the only one. Coffee! Talk shit show got a ring to it. Yes, it does. I wish I knew where the patterns that I... Welcome to the patterns of our size. Alright, project 3, because the butt. Yes. Welcome to the butt of all my jokes, where we're gonna work on a third project for today because I am utter chaos. I can help rally the troops and complain and use my little megaphone, but sometimes I need other people. This is not it. My rugged individualist spirit is gonna need some help, and I oh, yes, and check the booty bump, the NoDoz for the ultimate long-lasting power. I know, yeah, oh god, especially because, you know, anatomy's great, and maybe you don't know, and don't ask me why I know, but this little section in between your index finger and your thumb, this little where I'm holding with my hemostats, they call this your anatomical snuff box. Yeah, we were built in to have a... Yeah, Phoenix. Maybe you should not be demonstrating that. Maybe, you know what? We're so subversive, and sometimes you gotta know where to booty bump your NoDoz from. The anatomical snuff box. My frog. That's the other sections, but this one in particular, yep, they call that your anatomical snuff box. Ah, software cooks and tracks right to the nervous system. Yes, we're just gonna mainline the NoDoz. What are you doing, Pooper Dupers? What pieces have I in my hand? All right, so this is the quilt kit I got for Christmas from my mummers. She was my secret Santa. She secretly stitched me that beautiful little notebook that we're collecting all of our goodies in. What are we making, and how are we not taking shit this year? Because we've given up a lot of power and we're taking a lot of shit, and I think we need to say no. Have we reached our lines in the sand yet, or are we still just gonna bend over and take it? Ah, Sasha, little man. Of course he is. He's already scared me twice. Sorry, boys and girls who came in with the Raiders. Cats already had their snacks. Because they did. I made it to an hour, and it's like, all right, boys and girls, but what are we making? What are we not putting up with? And yeah, we have no fluffs left. We gotta look good and be warm. I have blah, 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 blah. Since we made no corsets or stays last year, I am going to make some this year because they're all too big, the ones I have, and I'm not putting on weight. I'm not eating sweetie treaties to get my corsets to fit. I'll just make smaller ones. Satra Cook, I wandered on my own accord you wandered in on your own accord. That's good. Better late than never. And I know folks are so too kind, and sometimes we can only handle the circus in small doses, because, oh, very funny. Maybe very, very funny. I got those king tides, all the waves, all the earthquakes that were going around. Oh, and I think I was seen. Well, I went to visit. I was in Arcata, California once, and the Dovo lived there for a while. That huge fire that they had in their downtown yesterday, kinda, ugh. That was no good. Oh, Satra, you heard cat treats and sewing on the wind, yes. Cat snacks, talking about cat snacks and myself. I am sewing something today. At myself. Oh, yes. Jade is finding the emotes. I know. Maybe. Should we dare put it out there? If you know, find the emote and see if we can summon. Can we have a summoning? I'm not gonna tell, but I know. If you know, you know. Yes. Yup. Software knows how to knows what we're going on about. Yeah. It worked. It worked. It was easier than trying to summon Bloody Mary in the window in the mirror at midnight. Oh, boys and girls, you did it. We did it. It's here. He's here. The one, the only. Thank you for popping in and blessing us with your presence, Corn Pop. It is going. I am rallying. I am here today and for all the rest of my days, rallying for American spirit, and how we're gonna bring our country back and get rid of all this fucking bullshit. Yup, I'm heated. I'm kind of pissed. And I feel like I got no fluffs left to give, so here we stitch at the Subversive Stitching Circle. But I didn't know when I put together the thumbnail yesterday how I was gonna feel today. And their only way in is to lean in harder and stitch it up even greater. Exactly. Convoluted concept. We do need a factory yes. It's time. It's overdue now. Yup. Let's go back to what these documents yup. Time to go back to the beginning. Software Cook, say his name and he appears. Joe Poppery. Oh my god, that one's good. Yeah. Yup. Well, the 200th follower happened today. Are we serious? Are we... What? Maybe. Maybe. We can get some more peanuts at the peanut gallery. That's all right. You don't have to you can unlike. You can thumbs down and follow. That... Oh, the hype crew. You guys are too kind to the little disaster that... Oh, don't worry about that big fat thumbs down. That is my treat to myself to remind me that I can always run a better show. We can always be better, so dislike and follow. Let's see if we can be the most disliked but most followed show on all of the intergalactic infowebs, because we know what we've got our priorities straight. Okay. How do I sew a block today? Yeah, let's do all these pieces. No, I'm ultra best at not knowing how to be a good camera hostess. Wow, Phoenix, you are the hostess with the ghostest mostest. Oh, 200 boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, hot dogs and corn dogs, you guys. Oh, the dark hearts. You warmed my dark heart. My dark heart grew 2 sizes today, boys and girls. You saw it here live. We went from the little dark heart to the bigger dark heart. Because you stitched me up inside. Oh, you guys. You make me verklempt. Time for hot dogs and corn dogs. Yes. Hot dog cook. Yes. Bring out the sausage cart. Bring out your wieners. Corn dog. Yeah. Oh, man. We've got corn dog. We've got hot dog cook. We've got all the snacks. Yup, that's true. All she needed was a corn dog and an Italian sausage, and she'll feel right better. Yup, I did. I want it. It's time. So. Because we can't remember where we came from unless we're well nourished. Speaking of corn dogs, Italian sausages, and wieners, kind of brings me, hello, T-Soul D. Ellie, maybe the cure for the inflamed dark heart with some cat snack fever. Yes, we are sewing. Yes, if we're sorry, I don't know if you were disappointed or exciting by that. But that's cool. We're not the show. We're not everybody's cup of coffee. That's okay. But welcome. Camera 2 just took a lunch break. Bad dicks. Oh, how dare that? Thank you to my chat producers. Reload, yes. No. Okay, come on. We pushing the buttons. There we go. That's an angle I can live with. Thank you, boys and girls, for your assistance in helping maintain the utter disaster of a production value that we offer at the circus. I still don't think I can get this chat widget to work right. Maybe one of these days. I keep saying that, and it still keeps fluffing me up, but whatever. Yes, we are. I can't keep stealing Phoenix McFury's lines. I'm not on fire with Phoenix. When we're back. Yeah, we back, Bella. Oh, thank you. Grazie. Let's or seems this way. Yeah, I got so many cute clothes. We're gonna do some tactical corsets. We are gonna make the Phoenix's ultimate denim cargo pants because we needs more foot. Yeah, and you know what? The circus has their own version of that. It's called Hup. And it is a tried and true and when dubbed footwear. That's for Phoenix McFury. At the circus, we're going to call it Hupwear because we're a circus and Hup is the traditional, hey, partner, you pay attention. We're going to be doing something scary. and you go hop, and it's great. So he can have the fut, we'll have the hops. We can't steal all of his lines all the time. He might think that we're just a big copycat, and we're not, but we do hops. There. We've got our way of doing things. Yeah. Yep. All right. Sometimes, malted hops. Yes, hop. I think it's H-U-P. Hop. I've never actually seen it written. I just heard it and heard it lots. But it's funny. It's one of those sounds that even in a super noisy, under a super noisy tent, when you're yelling at the person who's supposed to be paying attention, you can just hear it through. Oh, hop, yes, hop, because that's it. See, you got it. Oh my gosh, you boys and girls, you touch my dark heart in ways that should be inappropriate. Yes. Hop. I know. I had to train Dove into it for when we're practicing our 5-ball ultimate, because you just need to know when you're going to start. When you're ready after your ball fondling, that we're going to actually start the 5-ball ultimate trick that he goes 1, 2, 3, up. And then I know I got to look up and pay attention, because there's going to be balls coming towards my face. Software Cook, aka Harvard University Press damn journalist. Ooh. Huh. Well, they can go. Is that where some of the strange WEF people? Oh, we'll get back to the thought that I had 10 minutes ago. We're gonna circle around. Because there's this new campaign again from the WEF that we talked about earlier this year, that it is morally, there is a contingent of folks who believe that it is morally imperative that humans continue to develop anaphylactic reactions to meat, because eating meat is more morally unacceptable, and we would rather have folks literally develop anaphylactic reactions to meat than let them eat it. And part of the reason people left Europe way back 500 years ago to come to this country was because Lord Shipton, who had access to hunting and rights over meat. So, America, made by meat. Dove is the man. Dove is something. He sure is. Software Cook BMO. Oh no, balls to the face. Yes. There's so many new people here. Do I dare? There's almost 25 people here. I might regret these life choices, but I think I see Blamo's ballistic ball blobs. We have 2 varieties. We've got the dainty size for your little balls to the face. And when you're feeling extra, there's the giant manly pair. The super size Blamo ballistic ball sacks for all of your Blamo ball sack needs. Yup, 2 sizes, petite and extra extra, because sometimes even you need some sweet leather balls to the face. Oh God, we're so good, Phoenix. How do people keep watching us? Oh, BMO, you just cooked a bunch of meat, right? Yep, I did. See, people think, they're like, oh, the circus. Oh, she's just a sewing show. Why would we find any enjoyment there? But they just don't know the experience that is the circus. It's an experience. We're not a sewing show. Software Cook, you need a ballistic ball in this house. Well, maybe on because we can actually do stuff. Maybe there will be a merch shop that actually has Blamo's ballistic ball sacks available. 100% software, the Circus Variety Show. We are a variety of all sorts of questionable life choices. We every once in a while have life lessons. Mostly we are a disaster of don't be afraid to fail. And this year, because I have no fluffs to give, it is the 250th making of this country. And as a kid of an immigrant and folks who haven't been here for a while, I still remember why my family left Europe. It's not that far away from my brain, and the gift and the promise that is America is special to me. Damn it. Oh, Bimo, you cooked a ribeye and some pork shoulder steaks. Well, yes, please. Software cook. I'd buy that for $1, but probably not right, because it would cost me more than $1 in shipping for these, especially these giant ball sacks. Yes, corn pop. We're here. I'm stitching my. We're here to help stitch America back together at the Subversive Sewing Circle that you didn't know you needed. Because I'm not. This isn't politics. This is us stitching America and the cores and the principles back together. Because we've been living by a false bill of sales, and we deserve the America of the Constitution and not this socialist shithole that they're trying to shove down our faces like foie gras geese. Wow, I'm getting livid. I should probably slow down on my coffee intake for today, boys and girls. Let's check under the hood at this bullet bobbin, because that's what it's called. This is not one of those round bobbins. Is my camera... Are we still live? Oh, yep. Hi, oh, you're welcome, Bimo. Yeah, Yeah, this is it. If you don't like it, boys and girls, sorry. But if you do, I think, let's see what we're gonna stow that's amazing at the circus this year. The Subversive Circus Sewing Circle has got big plans. And the poor goose, delicious goose. Yes, I made that noise out of my mouth. Yeah, yeah. It just is what it is. What the? Okay, let's start this again. Let me free my bobbin and come back. Yeah, because this machine is special. She doesn't have round bobbins. We've got these long shuttle bobbins, because sometimes longer is different. Yeah. But there's going to be crocheting. There's going to be knitting. We've got spinning. We will be plying wool. All the crafts, all of the old-fashioned things that I know how to do, we'll probably spend some time showing at different points this year, because I only know what I know. And I can't share what I don't know until I know that I didn't know it. But I do know that remembering how to do stuff is deeply important. And as much as we go to the future, sometimes you just need to sew a button on. And we'll sew buttons. We'll replace zippers. We're gonna sew boning. Yep, all the bones, because we're Citrian. Looking good. And wouldn't it be funny to have some little extra pockets for some, like, sharp pokey things, or a little container that's got some little replacement rounds? Because did we learn that from Kilroy, that you could put 222s in a little case like that? Should we try that sometime? Maybe I'll do that, but not live on air. I don't know what I'm talking about. Allie, y'all, sometimes going with E2000 in a closed environment, yes. And the E6000. Ooh-wee. Yeah, don't be very careful and creative. But use your always practice safe adhesive yes, use your adhesives safely. That's my words, because the goal is not to become glue huffers purposefully. Accidentally sometimes when we're doing a project, but we need to keep our senses, and you can't be dumb and stupid. This is why health. Yeah, we've got a new bench. Did I do leg curls yesterday with only 25 pounds? Yes, but you know what? I'm working my strength back up. That's all right, Allie. It is yeah, the E6 we have here Phoenix's misadventures in E6 house. And oh yes, Uppercook. Hello, Allie on the tubes. Is it working? One of these days, maybe somebody can spend 5 minutes with me and we can get this social stream ninja chat situation all organized. I feel like it makes me look dumb, and I prefer to make myself look dumb. I don't need help from my tech. Oh, Suffercook, that's a good start, Phoenix. Start slow and build yourself up. Absolutely. Yeah, because it's been a while. I know I can do more, but I haven't done that exercise in a while. Plus, I need to get little print off pages so I have my workout journal. Hello from Allie to Software Cook. I know the Rumble chat was hopping for a minute. That amazing raid. Oh my god, raiders are actually staying, or are we actually keeping you that excited with these random stitching and bitchings? Oh, and all the others over there from Allie. Yes. All right. Block. Block, 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 block. And I'm just looking at the pictures. Oh, so much to sew. Oh, Phoenix. Trims. I realized what we haven't tried is to ruche and apply the trim at the same time. But I think we can do that. Exactly, Software Cook. I can't nope. I cannot conquer the world in one day. It is a little bit at a time. Exactly. Just the same way the guy ate, what is it, the Chevy or the Oldsmobile? How did you eat a car? One bite at a time. It's true. Yeah, because then we can get back to our big lifts too, because I haven't practiced my squats and benches and deadlifts in a really long time, so we'll see what numbers we can put up. But we are smart lifters, not ego dumb lifters. So I've got to be healthy. No tendon tears for me. Oh, BMO came for the stitching, but really the bitching is what's keeping you here. And the balls. Exactly. I know. I was like, oh, there's so many raiders. Maybe if we just leave the giant sack of BMO ballistic ball blobs out, that we can keep people questioning. Oh, yes. Thank you from the deepest of my little darkest hearts. I know, because we're not fancy button pushers, and and people are like, sewing, why would I want to do that? So it's really, I gotta carry with my personality and the bitching. Software Cook, like the elephant saying, how do you eat an elephant? Exactly, one bite at a time. It's absolutely true. Allie, Guinness Book of World Records has a guy that ate a Boeing 747. Holy shit. Exactly, Software Cook. It is the stitch and bitch for reasons. Did I sew this wrong? I did, didn't I? No. Just that you go on this side. I gotta keep my direction. Corn Pop gifted a subscription. Jada got gifted a subscription by Corn Pop. Oh, boys and girls. Stop trying to make the ringleader cry. We're not having ugly tears at the Stitchin' Bitch today, boys and girls. I'll take a lot, but I'm gonna draw the line there. You're just gonna make me have my voice sound like I'm going through puberty again. Oh, guys. Oh. Girls. All right, just for you, once more. All right, I rubbed my ballistic ball blobs on my face because we can't put. I will not push buttons for you. I will just push your buttons and rub my balls on my face. No more tears. No more tears are crying. I'm not lying. We're here for the stitching, but mostly the bitchin' and cats. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Now Jada has to visit again. Good plan, Corn Pop. Good plan. Good play, good sir. I like the way you operate. That's true, because we're not even sure if he's here, but he'll have to look back in his email and be like, what? Yeah, good. So true, software. The real guilt trip. You guys are so smart. Smart enough to keep hanging around at this little shit show. Oh, what are you doing, Loki? Oh, you're dropping Pooper Dooper's dog tags. Yeah. Oh. Why? I'm so confused. Sometimes reading these pattern maps really makes you feel dumb. Oh, yeah, it's coming at all the folks who are just getting on the bandwagon and remembering, like, and you know what, Stitching? They used to make maps, and these were the safe houses, and all these ways we did this stuff. And you know who's not clamoring to be run by socialists again? Yeah, I don't see Russia and Ukraine and the former communist bloc. They're not out there like, please, I think we were better when we were socialists together. It's like it just went westward, and Russia and the Slavic nations were like, yeah, I think we would have preferred serfdom. Let's be capitalist, and no. And then Europe's like, please just regulate me harder. Oh, do it. Just pass one more law in the name of keeping kids safe. Please. Please, please, please. Oh, are my balls in your face? This is why I don't tell my parents about my show. Oh, Ellie, you were wrong about the World War II cloth map. You were talking about Phoenix. It wasn't silk. It was a new type of nylon. I was wondering. I know exactly. They do software. EU just likes to I did not. Yes, I did. Yeah, they like to raw dog the legislation. They're like, just regulate me. No, it's true. Regulate me harder. They're in. Do we think is this gonna be the year that Europe rebels? When? Because there's so many simmering pots of frogs there's so much going on. Yes, it take all of my freedom in the name of security. Yeah. It and there's no fixing when there's so much broken. It is this needs to be leveled. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Do you know how to do shit if you can't get shit? Because it it's not gonna be pretty, boys and girls. I think, and how much more uncomfortableness and why are we still taking it up the ass? Why have weird when I'm no fluffs about it. Come on. Ah, software cook, they are all used to the social tit, no chance. Yeah, something. No, you go this way. Did I sew this backwards? Do I? Oh, for fluff's sake, Phoenix, were you not paying attention? I don't want to rip it apart, but this is not right. Doesn't match. And I just dumped my pins again. No, because the points together and... Alright. Oh, maybe parts of Ireland, maybe. But these island nations are kind of... There's nowhere to go. They don't have mountains to hide on. Oh, that's a joke I didn't... They don't have mountains like we've got in Viet Beans. Yeah, that's what I'm calling our new thing. I'm calling it Viet Beans because I'm worried. And beans. But it's hard when Ireland just lost one of their strongmen. Rest in Howard Patio Dwyer. Those strongmen, they gotta be careful, cause they're you can be too big. Don't. Is there an earthquake going on? Why does it feel like the ground is rumbling? Or is it just me trembling with excitement from my insides? Yeah, exactly. Corn Pop. This was just a demonstration so chat can learn how to fix mistakes. Yes, exactly. Because sometimes unpicking is important and knowing how to not rip your project in the process. I don't usually use a stitch ripper, I use my little snips typically. Live dangerously. BMO, not sure why people are drawn to it. Ah, you guess some love the idea but don't understand the power you give to the government when you go that route. Yeah, maybe. We've lost that independent spirit. It's that this cold brace of communism. They think that individualism is cold because they don't need to. They sing out of this. They have the same tune, but they don't need the same song. I don't know. Do software. They have to play with their neighbors nicely. Yeah. Jada came back to see his his rewards from the not rewards. How can you pick those things? But Corn Pop's generosity landing in Jada's lap. And this is how I unpick and then show you, not on the good close camera, how I do it. I just open and slit, and I think maybe we can get away with just unpicking these two long seams, or else we really need to sew the whole thing over. Thank you! I know, how did you boys and girls getting us up over 200? Ah, you guys, and we're on our way to like 60,000 all-time views. I think the last time I checked this morning before before the show, because I'm so vain, we were at on our way to 53,000. I couldn't think. Oh, my dark heart. And you boys and girls who stopped by this little disaster. I appreciate the folks who know, who just drop folks off like you, Jenny. You're like, let's read. Because a game, we play games with your hearts, but we're not a button pushing game channel. There, I think. No, I read this map completely wrong. Is this? No. Okay. This looks like this, that looks like that, goes here. So then I just stitched it to the wrong side. Okay, fixed it. Buttons. Oh, should we sew a button? All right. I've got buttons. You've got buttons. Should we button? Is it time for the should we let's do it. Jada asked. I have a button next to me for the skirt that we worked on earlier. Let me stand up and show this skirt. Sewing buttons and the country back together one day at a time. Yes. Because here is a skirt that needs some... Oh, we've got it upside down. You're looking in the wrong side of my clothes here, boys and girls. We've got box pleats. We've got trim. We've got a waistband. We have button loops. So let's sew a button. Because button, I have the buttons. There's where. All right. I'm guesstimating because I should probably like hold this up to my waistband to know exactly. But we'll sew a button so I can demonstrate how, and then I'll actually put it on the where it's. All right. Black cotton thread. One giant needle, probably bigger than I need because I've got a lot of, we're going through a lot of thick layers here. This is some thick fabric stitching. And here is the waistband. And I'm going to actually go, yeah, this is probably good. All right, where's my button? Let's stitch this cute little two-pronged pearlescent bouton on. So first things first, let's get the needle thread. I guess it's kind of a fancy way that I like to thread needles when I'm going to sew buttons, because it's good practice to have the thread doubled over, but I do not. The spool we are watching. Yes. I don't like threading. So, two ways that you can get a doubled over thread. You can take one end and thread your needle and then loop it through and tie a knot. And technically, that is a doubled over thread. I frequently will end up breaking the thread where it pulls on the needle. So my preferred way to get a doubled over thread, cut one length of thread, take each end and smush them together in one hand between a finger and a forethumb. There, see? Two threads that I'm tickling. Then I'm going to take my index finger of my opposite hand. I'm going to stick it in my mouth. I'm going to lick it. And my thumb. And I'm going to use those moistened fingers to take those two loops, two ends, to hold them together to make them one. Is it best practice to lick your thread? Absolutely not. You could use beeswax. You could just raw dog it through the needle if the eye is big enough. But now I threaded both ends through the needle and I've got a doubled thread with a loop at the end, and I'm going to use this loop because I am going to work smarter and not harder on this button. So I'm going to go from the back of the button, stick in my needle. I'm going to hold that little loopy in my fingers. Then I'm going to pierce the other side of the button and take my needle through the loop. Needle, loop, sewing after dark. Yes! And now I have a button on a string. Now it's all attached and I'm not going to lose my button I am trying to lose which is the right side and the wrong side. There we go. Tongue, a finger, and double thread. Yes, the double thread. Exactly. But now all you boys and girls are going to remember how the best practices for sewing on a button, so you too will have the most secure closures, because these things are simple, they're not complicated, and it's worth it. And now I'm just gonna take little bites. The next complicated part will be when we kind of like make a little noose for the button. Oh, but welcome to I show off my heaps of fabric and not. So now the button is attached. There's more slack than I want, so I'm just gonna give it a little tug here, but not too tight. Just tight enough. If I'm very careful, because this is 2 layers, I can get just the 1 layer. Yeah. Work. Keep your closure secure, ladies and gentlemen. Because we need to know who might be peeking in the cracks. Jada, sometimes all you can ask for is want closure. Well, sometimes we just need a little closure, a little safety, a little security. The circus can show you how to do that for yourself, but we don't provide safety, security, or security for others. Not my responsibility to make sure you feel safe, boys and girls. That's your responsibility. It's my responsibility to make sure I know what I need for me, and I'm a racehorse. Yup, I am high maintenance. And I need sometimes. Performance output, amazing, but we sometimes need handlers who will provide us hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs and special treatments. Sure, why not? No, right. We don't even have lion cages here. No, we get fully attacked live on air sometimes. I'm just going through the holes through the back. It does not look very pretty here, but nobody's gonna see. And then after this round, the other secret to buttonholes, I didn't pull the button super taut against the fabric. You can see there's a little, like my little noose area. Oh, corn pop software cook. The lions have been loose the whole time. Yes, they are lounging on their benches, waiting for more snacks. Yes, software cook. Corn pop, I see. I told you everything is fine here. I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. Here, our button looks like a little mushroom. We've got the top. We've got the stalk of thread. Now, I'm going to hold the fabric out of the way, and with my finger and thumb around the thread, we're going to wrap around the button like 10 times. See my fingers wrapping, and I feel like this is nice and secure. Oh yeah, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to take a bite and I'm going to take some knots. And then that is how you sew a button, boys and girls. I know it's been a while. It's been since last year. I didn't know we were going to do a tutorial today, but I had so many new folks show up at the circus that why not? You can use this technique to replace a button or apply new buttons, as I am this moment. Huzzah! Button stitched, wrap and knot. And because I'm being extra, I am going to take the thread through the 2 layers and come through the back side and then trim it, because then my knot will be sunk. We're just gonna hide the edges. Beautifully finished button. Attached. It's not going anywhere. Let's see if it actually. And excuse me while I eructate into the microphone. Where is our button loop? And then One button loop. It works! It works! Yes! Loops and buttons and loops and buttons. Now I just have a couple more to do. Oh, Corn Pop, this is so not what you were expecting. Exactly. But do we ever... I don't even know what I'm expecting at my own show. So good, so punny. We are here for all of the knots and all of the silly. All the coffee. Oh my god. We have had way too much coffee today because I, again, was not expecting to see a priority report from the S2 Underground at 6 o'clock this morning, my time. I was like, oh, what's happening? Because he doesn't put out the routine reports at that time of the day, and holy moly, Brave, do you want to come say hello? You're the only cat who hasn't shown up today. Come say hi? Alright, just glower at me. Fine. And guess I could sew another button. Button, who's got my button? Just making sure that this other one also fixed. Ah, software cook button fastened. Mission accomplished. I will reporting back to base. What will my next assignment be? Mock happen. Oh, button on there's like a gajillion buttons. Actually, I think I only have like 7 buttons because I thought, wouldn't it be fun to sew buttons all down this front placket? Half of them functional, maybe like 3 functional, and then the rest on. All right, where did I just put my... And this time, because it's already looped, I am just going to tie a knot in the thread. Button core. I suppose I will let you stitch me into doing another one. That joke did not land very good, even in my own head. And I just threw the button. Let me... All right, there we go. The cloth has white stripes, which must mean that's the hardest. That was the hardest button to button. Maybe. I thought these were gold stripe. I thought this was gold and purple. Maybe it's just the light being shitty. What's up with this light, though? This can't... There we go. I'm not in the right spot. There's... X, you are always throwing stuff overboard. Oh, I know. All the laugh. Oh, there's some of my other buttons. Because I don't have enough of all of one, so I picked coordinated boutons. I was like, that's good enough for me. But we can do the same thing. Yeah, that's all right. Corn Pop will say white stripes. I don't have a joke for gold and purple. Fine. Fair. Yeah. Jack White and the white stripes just failing us again. Did I say I'm going to do the same kind of a button closure thingy? Yeah. It's just this time I've got a knot in the end because I can only do that loop-de-loop once if I have extra. We're gonna sing it real good. What? Oh, he's getting distracted. All right, now I'm gonna do the thing. So if you need to remember, this is your opportunity for a teach back moment. If you need to remember how the steps I'm doing, please feel free to type it in the chat so that you have it ingrained in your bread, the steps for bouton attachment. So I'm not going to tell you what I did this time. Teach it back to me, boys and girls. Teach it back to me. Because this is a do one, teach one, show one. Exactly, software. Pay attention, Jada. You need buttons replaced. Now's your time to teach me how to do it. Because this is the weirdest engagement farm. Oh, Corn Pop Jada Del Eats needs to get this ingrained in his bread. Yes. I can't, yeah. You can tell it that I'm getting hungry, that I'm thinking about snacks already. In the bread, yes, and in case you eat too much bread and you need to move the placement of your buttons so your pants fit. Teach it back to me, boys and girls. Teach it back. Oh, man. You guys are the best. See, yep. Consistency and just showing up. All magic happens. All right, today 7, 20, 55, 93. Tug. All right. All right, I'm waiting. Does anybody need, this is your time to type in the chat. Remind me, what are the steps for this button? This is a test. This is a test, boys and girls. You didn't know that there was going to be tests at the circus, but you can't get past basic stitches if you don't teach me how to do this. You can't always wear your elasticated pants to the buffet. Sometimes you need to look a little bit nicer and put on something within a woven material. You can't always wear 4-way poly stretch. All right. I did too. You tell me, boys and girls, what are the steps of proper button stitching? Dun dun dun! Two buttons stitched. All right, let's. I'm gonna lay this down. I'm sure in my table I have a couple more buttons. Let's get at least these 2 stitched, because some of these, especially at this bottom one by the trim, is going to be a non-functional button. I just need it to look pretty and aesthetically pleasing. Hey, Trouble. Talking to you, Kat. Here, do you want to say hi? No. All right, I just got Mr. Grumpy Pants over here. Okay, we're gonna do number 3. If anybody still needs a refresher, again, I'm not talking through how to do it. I will pretend that I can demonstrate and chitter chatter about other things while you review the steps in your head. Sometimes I'm not going to be there to remind you how to do this, and I fluffed it up. Let's try this again. Let me just re-moisten this thread. Ugh. I was thinking of doing a study in cargo pockets because the pockets on these faux cargo pants that I've got are just absolutely ridiculous, and I would like them to be more better. Ah, Software Cooks got it. Wet the double thread, pass the thread into the needle eye, run the thread to both the buttonholes, sew button through cloth, wrap, knot, and attach. Perfect. Someone has learned the lessons that we've been pretending to not share. You did pretty good, Software Cook. I would say I think you could get a button sewed with that level of detail. I think you gots it. But the real proof will be when somebody shows me pictures on the X's of the thread, the tissue, the thread, the photo of the button replaced. mm. Oh, Corn Pop looks over at software's test paper. Yes. Exactly. Fortunately, you can. Alright, however you remember how to do it is the right way. The important part is, did you remember? Ah, no, let's make some homemade biscuits together. Yes, please. I. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Now you're making me hungry. I don't know how. Oh, thank you. Dove says hello from everyone to you. I mean, scratch that, reverse, and oh, Corn Pop, please ignore that I accidentally signed my Just Software Cook.
And BMO Better. What's up, brother? Hey, hey.
Here, do you want to say hello to?
Why do you have to go to the
No, just gonna run for a couple more minutes before the coffee kicks in and I can't see straight. All right, let's get this third one done.
Of course, Corn Pop and
We've got
Software Cook. What else is around?
we had a raid from Jada. We had Synthtrax was here.
All
We had
right.
all sorts of people that I'm good. We had Jess. We had Allie. We had Relax. We've had a little bit of everybody. And this is why I feel bit like I try not to list everybody who chatted at the end of the show because I know that I'm gonna forget somebody. Oh, we got
covering all those bases.
Oh no!
Duct tape and Gorilla Tape.
Are we gonna have to make a duct tape corset pattern? No. Oh, yes, I think I am small enough that we could get away with just using one roll of duct tape. Did I wrap? What step did I forget to do, boys and girls? Okay, let's do this one. Let me make sure I wrapped. I think I wrapped already, but you can always wrap twice if you forget, because better more wrapping than less wrapping, because the purpose of the wrapping is to add more girth so that the buttonhole doesn't rub against the thread and rip it so easily. Oh, do all the best tape. Exactly, BMO. Software Cook, when you want to not move, duct tape it. Crunchy, creamy cat treats. Ooh, they had snacks already. They can give them more snacks. I'm gonna need snacks. I'm gonna have to. Oh, when you want it to move, you WD-40. Yes.
Got that too.
we do have that too. Plus a couple of different lubricants for mechanical pieces, because are they really different? And is it true? Oh, I have not been to a Target in quite some time, but rumor has it that some of the different mineral oils for lubricants are cheaper in different sections, but also that there's a mineral oil that they're marketing as adult lubricant, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one. Industrial lubes, 100%. Yes. Because the circus needs more than your average lubricant. Sometimes you need it industrial. That run-of-the-mill basic stuff just isn't lubey enough. No, isn't viscous. I don't have a all right, I'm almost out of thread. All right, boys and girls, I am out of thread. I'm out of my mind. The cats are out of snacks, and I think I need to use the little ladies' room. So we will end with one last fondling of the balls. Stay tuned. Maybe there will be a merch store with patterns for your own Blammo ball sacks. Probably not, but Software Cook, keep your machine lube and your machinery lube up and working correctly, boys and girls. Yes, don't forget, clean your tools, lubricate your tools, stay clean, stay healthy. I will be back tomorrow stitching something else. something special. I've got more to complain about. We're going to keep up with this theme of madness that I've started for this year. What is that? Just got rewatch the beginning of the show. Ball, yes, thank you. Corn Pop gifting memberships as oh my god, Software Cook, thank you. Thank you. One more for the road. Gunda Musa was gifted a membership by Corn Pop. All right, from my balls to your balls. I'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific time. Do something productive. Get your complaints. The Subversive Stitching Circle will be back. All right, I'm hitting the end show button. You guys are the best. Dark Heart's on the way out. I'm gonna cry, so I need to stop because I'm not ugly crying in front of y'all today. You guys are the best. All right. Oh, that was a stupid. Let me do that again.